Carlos. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? ¿Tú quiero Hernández? Do you want him? I can give him to you. Sadly, he's not going to get any time in my team. We might put him in, actually, for the memes. Said yeah, I bet. Dude, look at this. What are we missing? Saka? How you doing, Carlos? By the way, dude, Mexico played Brazil's B team, and it was still close. The United States is about to play Brazil's potential A/B team. And by the way, we played Colombia. By the way, we played Colombia, dude. We're cooked. You can't keep getting away from it. You packed all of them from this method. We've been doing nothing but player picks, 78 triples, and exchanges all week. And the promo packs. Which, by the way, boys, we are 300K away from breaking even. From when we opened the promo packs to now. Isn't that crazy? Is that insane? Alright, we're going to do a ton of pack, or not pack. We'll do some pack grinding today. But we're going to be doing a lot of pick grinding as well. We're going to be spamming 82 plus player picks. Give me a second though. Let me make some easy coins real quick. 2.5K. Is that the only one? Sweet. How's it going, Mumbo? Fantastic, dudes. I'm well rested. Been eating good today. Got a good workout in. Played some football outside. Had a long day of work, but it went well. Pack luck's been crazy. 82 plus player picks are about to hit. I am ready for the United States to get bent over on Wednesday against Brazil. It's a weird place to be in right now, man. We got our best player, De Jong, Frankie, from the 78 triple. I would say I got most of them from exchanges. I mean, I'll take a tradable 88 to start. Not complaining there. How much are 88s? 10K? We'll see. Next one's out of friendlies. Wish you could use walkouts and exchanges, but I need a complete Drogba and Barcola. I mean, you can do it like half and half. Or how many days are they out? If they're out for a while, do like a team a day. Slowly get it done. I am too scared to put all my money into fodder to the grind to get started. If this makes you feel better, we spent 1.3 million coins on the promo packs, which were fantastic for what we pulled. Horrible value in return, making exchange packs. We turned that 1.3 mil we invested into 1 million plus so far. And we're most likely going to be breaking even in the next few days. Because we still got a bunch of packs to get through. Cooked in business, though? Hey, GG, man. Congrats, dude. Just after packing Davies from exchanges, too? Nice. But what am I thinking is putting... Do you rate teams? If you want to put your team in the FIFA team section of our Discord, or the EAFC team, I guess, technically, we can take a look at it. I can rate it, but my rating's not going to mean much. I'll look at it and tell you what I think of it, but... Yeah, I would say most of our players, honestly, came from exchange packs. We've got a few from player picks. We've got one. The Frankie, right, is the only one we've gone from the 78 triple. But we've gotten a crap ton of fodder from that. I know, I'm just saying in general. We opened the most at-risk pack, and we still got a majority of our coins back, and we're nowhere near running out yet. So if your fear with buying exchange fodder is that you're going to be in a position where you don't make those coins back, I would look at it like this. If you're going through all the steps, especially now that we got daily gold upgrades back, and daily bronze and daily silver, you should realistically, if you put enough time in, if you put, what's the price of fodder right now? Because time is going to be your biggest issue. I don't know how much you're going to play, and it sounds like new to Pale Tools. You don't have to put it all in. If you want to start with like 150k, 200k, maybe put half of that in, put like 300k plus. Is Footbin updating? Dude, I've noticed Footbin's gotten worse and worse with prices. Should I move to foot.gg? You know, there's a major glitch going on right now. If you have the same player as your opponent version, doesn't matter. And you play home, your play sell plus on the players are deactivated. That's going to be a problem. Everyone's going to be running into my Ross Stewart with their Ross Stewarts. Keep getting like way too much high and fatter and have nothing but like 81s to trade in. Is this tradable? GG, we'll take the coins. I think that's tradable. Yeah, first promo pack. Tradable. This promo so far. Cold. What is he, 25k? 26? Would you use 85 rateds in exchange for... I would use your 85s even if it's an 85 team of the week. Whether it's an 85 gold or an 85 team of the week. I would put those back into the team of the week grind. Because you're more likely to get a higher rated card from the team of the week player pick than you are a single 85 exchange, if that makes sense. Can you check my team? Yeah, we'll take a look at teams later. If everyone wants to put their screenshots of their team in the EAFC team, we can go through in like 10 minutes or so. Give you guys plenty of time to put them in. I was having 16k after the Guaranteed Diaz store pack, grinded from 16k to 400k. GG, man. Yeah, we're back to... We're going to be over 3 mil here. And what I might honestly do, depending on where fodder's at, I might just put all my coins into... Oh, that is disgusting. 89s are 24k. That is disgusting. What's the best value right now? 88s are 11.5? Dude, if we would have just gotten an icon from that, that would have been crazy. 87s are 8k. Brother, what is fodder right now? Where do you send your teams? The EAFC team section of the Discord. Discord's in the description or ! Discord. What do you think I should do with 150k to start grinding exchange method? I would take a look at the video in the description. We might have to update the title on it. It says how to make unlimited packs during team this season. It literally works during any promo. So if you haven't given that video a watch, I'd start there. Because we go over kind of how to start the grind. And then once you have coins, what you can do with it. Alright, so question becomes, fodder doesn't look that good a value right now. Which one makes the most realistic sense to do though? Especially if we're going to put it into player picks. 88s? Mubba will make fun of all our crappy teams since he has all the promo cards. Hey, I'm just lucky my pack luck changed since Team of the Year. We're actually packing stuff now. Clearing out your high-end fodder. So I'm in a situation right now where I don't know how to feel. I kind of want to start card collecting each promo as much as I can. Does anyone know if we get a Team 2 of this? Because in terms of 89 exchanges, right? Anything here that doesn't make my team, whether or not it gets updated, realistically we're not going to use. And realistically, we're not waiting another month and a half for potentially better exchanges. We could put these sort of things in exchanges, but I kind of like the idea of doing this grind and keeping them. And if we get desperate, we can always put these into 89s. But it's been kind of nice to collect these. Feels really cool. You're collecting them? You say your team on PlayStation? Oh. How's that Loftus Cheek? I've seen very few people use them. Bomb Pass stores hit or miss. What does your Akanji get upgraded to? Once he's done. So, does Schmeichel make my team now? Do we put Schmeichel in here? Let me show this off real quick before we get into player picks. I think we say bye to Oblak. The worst goalkeeper I ever played with. I think we give Schmeichel a try for chem reasons too. Because then we have 33 chem. Look at that. Look at that team, boys. Skill issue, Reed? Oh yeah, definitely skill issue. Did you see? Wait, no. When we were doing champs this weekend, and we were doing our was it the qualifying game, and it was I think the second goal we conceded. Salah had a header down the middle of the goal, and Oblak just stared at it the whole time. Who on the earth is the right back? Dude, I have no idea. She is supposedly an objective player that we somehow gained through playing very little games. So, if you guys need a new right back, she's decent. She's not crazy good. She's not bad. I haven't played enough to really get to know her. But I need a right back, and EA heard me. And right away, started going. All right, 1 second. We're going to check contracts real quick, and then we'll get into player picks. I realized, too, you can't find contracts easily for manager contracts on web app or companion app. So it makes it that much easier to do this method now. It's crazy, dude. Please read my go-to comment. I don't think we are getting better exchanges. We're getting 85 times 10s and such, but exchanges will remain the same. Which would make sense. So I don't think we necessarily need better exchanges as long as we get better content on the menus. Bro, you have Diaz, you sweat. You know what I got Diaz in? We got him in the 650k pack. So is there any method to build lots of 82 plus player picks? Yes. You're going to watch us build essentially unlimited player picks. Time will be our constraint this week, not fodder. But if you need help, it is the first link in the description if you guys are getting into a menu grind. Videos titled how to make unlimited packs during team of season, but it could be used for any promo. I got to go in and update the title. Oh, is Cafu horrible for you, man? Carlos Alberto was horrific for me. I had to get rid of him. Yeah, 82 plus picks are nice. I wish they would have made it one rare. Sadly, they didn't, but... how much are the manager contracts? I've been picking them up for 200, 500, and I've been selling a lot of them for 2.5 to 3K. I usually can find like 5 per hour. So it's not crazy coins, but per card it's insane. But I've also been doing it with manager rare ones. I've been doing it with gold rare manager cards now. I'm essentially just becoming a manager merchant. I'm just flipping them. I've been picking up either for 200 buy now or 150 start price. I've been flipping for 500 buy now. The manager rares for golds. All right, we're going to Discord real quick to check. Let's do it right now. Some people got to head out. All right. I swear, if you put in the wrong section, you tell me to go back because it's not in the team section. We're not. All right, here's Timons. You got Diaz in there. I'm getting PTSD from the United States game on Saturday. Get Bruno out of your team. What a fraud team, bro. Come on. He has an Oh, my goodness. Trash. 0 out of 10. You know what? Charge your phone, first of all. Second of all, put all of these into 89 exchange fodder and never complain about a menu grind ever again. Third, I might just ban you from Discord for having Inter players in your team. What does this one look like? Renato. Yo, how is, I forget her name. How is she in game? Her stats look insane. Hey, I mean, fair play using a limited time item. Hopefully you pack him. Is he any good in game? Wait, are you playing him with no chem style? Is that what Footbin tells you to do, or are you just raw dogging foot champs with them? Are you an AC fan? I could not stand Inter, yes. AC. Sunderland's my team, though. Why are manager contracts expensive? Manager contracts, this is all I understand about it. I'm not trying to, like, make it a method or anything, because it's literally just whatever market supply is. Every pack, essentially, we open in this game is mainly untradeable and mainly players. There's very few consumable-esque packs, and people aren't really doing bronze pack anymore because all the League SBC cards are basically min price. So even if you did BPM, manager contracts, the common ones, are infinitely harder to get than the player ones. Therefore, there's like no supply in the market. If you go to the market right now, it's even worse for silvers. Like if I go to manager contract and I go to silvers, I go to like 4.1k. We have, look, 600 buy now. Look at the lowest silver commons. 2.5. 300 here. I could probably pick this up and flip it for 600. Someone's already going to do that. But if we go to bronze, look at this. So if I go to like 2.1k. No commons in sight until you get to here. These are 800. 1800. It's crazy. 1400, 1500. There's just so few on the market. So what I do is I've been going through. I don't do it all the time. I just kind of go through if we're starting up a stream. Oh, did not mean to take that off. By the way, the filter's glitchy too, which makes it so much better because it keeps resetting, which means people aren't on it. I usually pick those up for 150, 200, flip them. Nothing too crazy though. All right, we gotta keep making exchanges, dude. I'm sorry, we're falling behind. I have my Bible study tonight, so we gotta start grinding, dudes. We were on 87s. You got Red Holland from Champs. Nice, man. You have like 500 manager contracts, tradable or untradeable. If it's a gold, the golds aren't as good as the silver or bronze commons. You can sell a manager contract that's gold common for 200 by now. But yeah, essentially, if you guys did BPM and you've been holding on to those, congratulations. You're probably a million coin merchant. Yeah, so some people go two different routes with that. Some people start spamming BPM to think they're going to get them. Don't be that guy. You're not going to get them. It's going to take you 20 packs to probably get a single one. And you're at that point, you're going to be down in coins unless you're selling the players and other stuff on too. Which, don't get me wrong, if you want to hit up BPM, those players will eventually sell. You just have to keep listing them. The issue is you're going to get to the point where you open like 10 to 20 packs and listing those items, you're going to have a full transfer list. And those things are going to take a while to sell. Instead, why not snipe a few, make a few thousand on each one, and go about your business. Thoughts on Fulham? American players historically have played on the team. Right now, there's still a few. I don't love or hate them. They're kind of one of those fun to watch. Could be exciting, but it feels like this year a little bit of a letdown. I thought they'd do better. But I don't watch them too often. If you do BPM on PC, better too. I mean, either one's good. PC is going to be the manager problem, but even more because there's going to be way less players and way less supply. So I would not be surprised if a lot of manager contracts were extinct on there. I would just be careful selling them for 5K if that's the case. Sunderland got to sign a Brazilian future star. We got to get a manager first, man. Jeez. It's been 113 days now without a manager since the wonderful Mick Beal debacle. Polish players are dying today. Wait. Polish players are dying. Today, Liwa injured. Brother, you made it sound like they were in like a car accident or a bus accident or something. Dude, lead your message a little bit better than that, mate. Jeez. They're getting injured. No, they're alive, but yeah. No, not yeah. Say what it is. Like the second half of your message. You could have led with that. Is Blachikowski still playing, or is he retired by now? Like 3 Polish players are injured, but with the Poland national team and the Ukrainian national team, the way those national teams work is each player counts as, depending on how good they are, their like percentage is higher. So like Liwa counts as like 15 players. So like if Liwa is injured, that's like saying half the England national team's injured. You just got to do the math on it. He retired? How long ago did he retire? And why don't we have a Hero Blachikowski for the Bundesliga? What is EA doing, man? On PC, BPM is better. Use all players in Premium Bronze, League SBC, sell manager contracts. Yeah, like whether you're doing BPM, whether you're doing League SBCs, both of those right now, it is almost impossible to not make coins on those methods. It is literally a cheat code to not only print coins, but to make packs. The issue, though, is no one wants to do it because it's the most boring thing in the world, and it takes way longer than the little bit more of a risk of like this sort of menu grind with exchanges and player picks gives you. This just isn't a guarantee. And it's also a long process, like you see me opening Team of the Week player picks as well to get packs that are tradable to make liquid coins back. Dude, the 84... Can we all boycott? Dude, I keep going to Gold's an accident. Can we all as a community, not like an EA community, but like our community, the Elite Army here, can we boycott the 84 PPs? Why are we putting in an 84 rated team and an 83 rated team? Just get to 4 84s. Like, what's the point of it? And like the 85 plus times 5. I'm not doing that sorry SBC again unless I'm like crippling with fodder, like 85s. Because the first day I did it, the first 3 I did, I got a promo card in each one. Second day I did it, I don't think I got higher than an 86. Like, they definitely patched those, it felt like. The weight of them, at least. We're going to pass in hero card for the 2016 Euro performances. I think we need more icons and heroes, but I think they need to go about them differently. I think we need, like, different classifications. So, you have, like, your standard heroes and icons that are always in the game. They're getting, like, promo cards across time. Maybe you start... I've seen the idea floated around that people start with a base icon at the start of the year, and then once you get closer to Team of the Year, you release, like, mid, and then, like, the... I don't know. You could release whatever versions of that. Whatever. I don't care. I think we need, instead of the same washed icons and heroes over and over in each promo, I think during promos they should introduce new heroes and new icons that maybe aren't going to be as good as those high-end icons are going to be, but they get a little bit of a boost. There's something that are added to the game, and maybe that's the only version they have. So if you want to play with them, that's the one you have to get. There's so many cards I do that with. Blachikowski, for his time at Dortmund, I would 100% play with him or want to get him. You said Pazden Hero versus 2016 Euros performance. You could come up with a bunch of like street legends. I'm sure there's like championship players. Like imagine Blassie. We're talking England leagues. First time at Crystal Palace. Crazy card. Love that. Do I have any Polish managers? Are they going for a lot right now or something? Pookie would be insane. Pookie, my Pookie. Pookie, my Pookie. Alright, I got to figure out once I'm out of these packs what I want my fodder to buy to be. I don't think I'm going to go all in, but I might do... Ugh. I'd have to look. What's the best value right now out of 87s to 89s? Are 87s better value than 88s right now? Got 210 bronze, 1,210 bronze common manager contracts. Am I hearing that correctly? 1,210 tradable. Let's say you didn't sell for 2.7. Let's say you sold for like 2.1 after EA tax. Dude, you'd have almost 2.4 million coins. You probably will get guaranteed over 3 mil. Oh my goodness, dude. Alright, let me take these off. I'm done with that. That's insane, dude. Congrats. Poland's on a 5-win streak. Is there any, realistically, besides like the high-end meta promo cards, is there any upgrades that can be done to some of these like 92s that you guys think would make them actually like playable cards? Because at this point of the game, I feel like even with up... First player pick, by the way. First player pick, by the way. W. Love seeing some cock in my first one. Yeah, make sure you guys check your club real quick. And when you guys check your club, we're gonna try to pick one up real quick too. Come on. Is there any listed? Nope. Poland destroyed Turkey today? Dude, I'm dreading Wednesday. If Colombia could beat the United States 5-1, what do you think the score is going to be against Brazil? Rocking their A team. Bro, I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. There's going to be like a meme where... one second, let me make sure I get the right one in. He was 92 rated, correct? Yeah, Koku. There we go. Endrick's gonna score like a double hat trick, and it's gonna like, he's gonna have like a celebration where he takes like a Brazilian flag and like rips out an American flag and like impales a Brazilian flag into the ground, as in he's like taking over the United States. He's going to have like 10 new HD images that every single person on social media that has a football account where they don't show their face is going to put a black and white image of him. EA is going to give him an icon card even though it's his first year in the game. It's going to be bad. How much time do I need to wait after a soft ban? Depending on how much EA loves you or hates you, you could be waiting a few minutes, few hours, or a day. Imagine Poland gets to the quarterfinals. Imagine Poland versus Germany. He has a cold card, 99 pace, 90 shooting, 90 passing, 93 drum. Okay. The stats might look good, though, but how do they play in game? I feel like those are two different things altogether. I feel like stats on the surface can look good. A lot of Evo cards are like this, too. Their stats go high up, but if their card type, like body, if their body doesn't look good, if they don't feel good, if you don't feel their body, it's a good body to feel. Is it actually worth it? Does he have a good body? Are we sure he has a good body? I haven't seen any evidence of this. Could we check out his body real quick? Does anyone want to search up Zowiski body? Pause, Momo. Hey, it's scientific research. Ronaldo has a good body. Try him out. I might try him out tonight. What's one night gonna do, right? See if I like him. Want to keep him around? Wrong time to join without context. Hey, at least we're saying it about guys. They can't call us sexist. How much does he cost, by the way? That Zelensky card. Left wing, left mid, right back. Brother, they might as well stick goalkeeper on there too. Jeez. Yeah, we all love men, right, guys? Absolutely. Alright, I might just stick all my 80s in. That might be the move right now. Tommy for the next guy who sends a chat. I read that message. It wasn't me saying it for all of you just listening. But I'm not saying no. But you know, 92 rated. Poland's not a favorite to even go out of the group stages. Who's in Bro, I need to look at the Euro groups again. I forgot all the groups. I saw it last week. Euro groups. Friday, it all begins with Scotland being Germany. I can't wait. It's going to be such a good match. See, Hungary, Switzerland, Spain, Croatia. Oh, that'll be a good one. Italy versus Albania is going to be crazy. Poland, Netherlands will be entertaining for like 5 minutes. Slovenia, Denmark will be okay. Serbia, England will be an interesting first half. Romania, Ukraine. Yes. Belgium, Slovakia, Austria, France. So Austria plays France. How many goals do you think Mbappe is going to have in the first half of that game? Oh, I just put an 82 in. What am I doing? The picture heavily nerfed compared to previous time. I mean, I got a promo card in my first one, so I would have to disagree, but Brazil, Zimbabwe will be cold in the Champions League. What? Austria. What well-known players does Austria have? And who do they play for? Savitzer, Alaba, Lemire. Okay. So they can be a little bit under the radar. Anatovic. They're the sleeper team. They're the team where if you had $10 that you weren't afraid to lose, you'd put a bet that they could make it out of not only group stage, but potentially around a 16, right? I've never seen them all play on the national team together. I've seen them individually play, but I have no idea how Austria plays as a country. Which, you know what the coolest thing about Euros is? Some people like watching their players from their club. Some people like watching like the top talent. I like watching the players that, same way during the World Cup, kind of make their career off this tournament and get some big move. And then end up doing nothing with it. It's just like a one-off thing. Like, Spurs will see Austria's right wing back. They'll be like, that's absolutely perfect. We're going to spend 25 mil on him. And then United will be like, 25 mil? Broke boys. And they'll spend 40 mil on him. And he'll be like the Walmart version of Wan-Bissaka and just miss every tackle. And then they'll loan him out and then sell him off next year. How am I starting? Hey, dude, say what you want about his club career. That dude is a legend for Colombia. And even was balling against the United States still. And I saw a throwback to his goal against the United States, I think 4 or 5 years ago. Left foot, top bends. Hold R1 and finessed it from the top of the box. Doesn't Austria have Dumfries? No, Dumfries is Dutch. He's Dutch and he's an Inter player, so. Where's the damn XP? Don't we get XP just for playing the game now as well? Bro, I play very few games. I'm not getting XP this season. I'll be forced to get XP at some point. He's shocking though. He just runs a bit. I feel like Dumfries had a fantastic game against the United States. I don't know if it was a one-off or what. You get XP just for playing. I thought you do now. Is that not a thing? Who will go out of this group? France, Poland, Netherlands, Austria. I think that's going to be, what, the group of death out of all of them. I think France walks through. I think the question comes down to when Poland plays Netherlands. I think that'll be the deciding game. Because, like, if Austria's trying to get out of the group, you would hope that they don't get just walked by France, keep it within a few goals, potentially beat Poland, and then have a good go at the Netherlands. I think you get out of the group. But it could literally be anyone. There's the daily play, but I could have sworn you get XP now just by playing a game. Do you not? I thought that was a new thing. I could be completely wrong. I thought it was a new thing with the new season. Like I said, I've played like 0 games, so I'm the worst person to ask about gameplay. Yeah, I feel that, Dan. Austria will be Netherlands, I'm telling you. Austria are 10 times better than Poland. Who do you guys think is going to be the surprise team of the tournament? Bro doesn't know Poland beat Germany this season. You think it's going to be Austria? England? Hey, if you had to put a percentage, like 0%, 1%, 100%, what percentage of fans of the England national team just absolutely hate Gareth Southgate and want him gone? What would you put that number at? 90%? I have an idea. 95% being English myself. What if I told you you have an opportunity to get rid of them for Euros and do a swap? The United States gets Gareth Southgate. You guys get Greg Berhalter. How would you feel about that? Because I feel like for the United States national team, it's like 110% want him gone. People that don't even watch the sport or support it want the bald fraud out. There's not one person who wants him as the manager? I mean, I would love Gareth Southgate to continue to be the England manager. It's just something to continue to laugh at. How you feeling about the Black Ops 6 reveal? I'm feeling really good about everything. I'm feeling really good about zombies. I think that's the thing I'm most excited for. Regular prestige again, the new movement system with the like diving and shooting. I think all that looks really good. My question comes down to when we get to play the beta, which sounds like it's going to be end of August, beginning of September. How much time does that give them, since it's coming out on October 25th, to implement real changes to the game if there is a lot of feedback? But no, it looks great. They're getting my $100. I'm getting the best version. I'm going to grind the ever-living crap out of it, and whether people don't like COD, we'll play the game, not play the game. I plan on playing it, so you can say whatever you want about it. I'll be grinding it. Wait, you get it a week early if you get the vault? Wait. Is that like the campaign a week early? The full game? Wait. Pause. Time out. You're telling me I get the full game early, a week early, if I get the Vault Edition? Should I spend 650k on the store back? No, Timon, you should do the fodder method, bud. Vault Edition on PSN. If I look right now, it'll tell me that. Dude, that's insane. Are we sure? Bro, that's crazy. I could imagine getting in the game a week early. But we don't know if you saw it's going to be over 300 gigabytes worth it. But you don't have to download everything to go online. Well, yes and no. It's technically 300 if you haven't downloaded the COD HQ. If you have the COD HQ, it's going to be significantly smaller than that, is what it sounds like. I mean, COD HQ is the thing holding it all together. It's COD HQ. I feel like the position they're in right now with that is the same way EAFC is, with just kind of their copy and paste part of the game. If you try to take it away, does it create more problems than it actually is right now? I don't know what the answer is. I feel like EA's issue with implementing any sort of change with the menus, any positive input with gameplay, is they try to fix something, they make something a little bit better, and it makes 10 things worse. The cool thing, though, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, because there's so much Charlie Intel was tweeting about, it sounds like for Warzone, you're going to have potentially the guns from all the games, but for multiplayer and zombies, it's literally just going to be the Black Ops ones, which will make it so much cleaner looking and so much easier to grind. Because you don't have like 500 things that are already unlocked or set to be unlocked that don't even count towards the camo grind. EA can make an ass game now that we got Black Ops 6. I mean, the way I'm looking at this is we're now about to be, later this week, halfway through June, which is a good spot to be in. We have the NCAA football game to look forward to whenever that drops. I think it's sometime in July. We start playing then the beta of whatever football game is going to come out, EAFC 25, whatever other ones want to come out. We give those more of a try. That will essentially get us to our 2-week Minecraft fix. What else is coming out? There's random games here or there I'll be playing this summer, but once we kind of hit September, you start getting into the web app, then the full release of EAFC, and then shortly after that, within a month, COD comes out. So I'm not looking at it in terms of like, oh, we have to wait till October to COD. I'm looking at like what will get us to what. Right now with the exchanges and the menu grind, this will take us all the way to the end of this game. No problem whatsoever. I'll still be grinding this. The extent we grind it might change. But if they keep giving us this, we'll at least have content to do. Which I've been enjoying. FIFA 2K by EA. Okay, UFL had a beta this week. Yeah, UFL had the beta. And we were talking about your guys' input on it. It sounded like no one really enjoyed it to the extent that they wanted to. It sounded like everyone wanted it to be this like FIFA/EA killer, and it just was completely kind of broken. There's aspects of it that I liked, but I was not convinced that it was a better football experience than EA. And if anything, they didn't convince me, even with a free beta, to want to buy their game. If it comes out for free, if they think they're not going to be able to sell enough, if they're looking at pre-orders or something, they want to make it free or put it with like the Game Pass at some point, I'd play it. But I'm not spending $60, $65 for what I think is at best equivalent to potentially gameplay for EAFC. And that's a stretch. Yeah, we almost got all our coins back, man. It's been crazy. We still got plenty of packs to go through, too, so. Movement's okay, but passing's BS. And to be fair to the game, I don't know how much is due to the rating of our players. I think a lot of us probably had the default 64 to 70 rated players. Maybe you started playing with players from your favorite team that are like mid-70s. If you're rocking all the high-end Ronaldos, Kai Havertz is like a 90 rated. Oh my gosh. Maybe your gameplay gets a lot better, but I don't know. I enjoyed the few games I played, but it didn't leave me wanting to play more, if that makes sense. Like, I had a good time, saw the flaws. I was like, all right, sweet. I think I'm good. And like 2K is going to be the same thing. I don't know if 2K is going to come out with a beta or if they're even coming out with the game this year or next year. Whatever the case is going to be, they're going to have to sell me too. Just because it's a footballing game doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to buy it. I'll have no problem buying it if it seems positive, but if 2K is going to offer a similar experience with Ultimate Team as EA has, I see no reason for me to want to switch to play that Ultimate Team. But if they can give us a fantastic career mode slash kind of open world create a footballer sort of thing, I would absolutely love that. I think that's what they're going to be known for. No way 2K make a game this quick. Nor do I think they should make a game this quick. I think realistically they should sit on it for a year and make a better game. Yeah, EA needs competition, but EA's smart too. Look at the rights that EA has right now versus other companies. You see that, was it 2K? already announced that they were not going to have the rights to most of the popular leagues, that's a huge deal. So as much as like, okay. You know how Real Madrid's not playing in the Club World Cup because it's equivalent to, I believe, 20 mil per game is how much kind of Real Madrid is worth right now. And the reward for, I think, winning the Club World Cup is 20 mil. So they made a statement essentially saying it's not worth their time. What would be the equivalent for this? I'm trying to think of like a football equivalent with like teams or players. It's like you want more competition, but David's going up against Goliath, but he doesn't have his slingshot. Like, it's technically competition, but it looks like fake competition right now because EA's not scared in the slightest. Where they start getting scared, I think, is if the player base starts getting pulled away and going towards these other games. But as we saw in the beta, it didn't look like that was the case. You had the content creators that were either getting paid for it, or as a form of boycott, they were checking it out mainly. And even in their reviews, was there really a truly insanely positive review? I didn't see one if there was from any of the bigger content creators for EAFC or football in general. Most of them, it was along the lines of like, had a good time, there's things to work out, but in general, I don't know how to feel. Excited that FM have acquired the Prem. No more messing with graphics mods. Yeah, did you guys see that we got Daily Bronze back for Daily Bronze, Silver, and Gold for the next, I think, month plus? That's like the price of gas to work to be equal to your wage. No point in going. Get player tired. I'm trying to think of like something in my head makes sense for equivalence. I don't know what would, but it's the perception of competition, which I think pisses me off more because I truly do want EA to have competition. But at this point, I'm convinced that no one can make a better footballing game or, to be more charitable, an insanely better football game than EAFC. But I think that's a video game industry problem, not an EA problem in and of itself. So, like, the rights thing is a W that EA has, but it's not going to make them want to improve their game even more. They're not going to be like, hey, we continue to have the rights, these other games don't. Let's continue to make our game better. They're going to sit on the same game because they know we're going to play it and buy it. And they're going to try to sell us more microtransactions. If UFL wants to sell the game, retail, that's GG's, it's all over. And here's the thing. I don't think you necessarily need to sell retail. If you sell retail for $69.99, what's going to happen is you're going to get way less sales than EAFC, so you're already losing out on that competition. If you make it free with a, let's say, battle pass that gives you good rewards that people are willing to spend like $15 on, and if you have your season maybe be like a month, you could get a few months of like a season pass where you got people spending like $25 to $30, which would be maybe equivalent to half a sale. But those numbers would probably be relatively high versus the amount of people that actually buy the game. I don't know. I just don't see a path right now that makes any of these companies be in a better position compared to EA. I think the question is going to be what happens 5 to 10 years from now. You got to look way more further. I think it's going to be slow implementations over time, not something right off the bat. And like I said, with the UFL, even if it was free, if they did not charge money for it on release and said, hey, we want all football and fans to play this game, I truly think I'd play for less than a weekend and go back to EAFC. What should I do to get rid of my gold commons? If you're making a crap ton of player picks and you're having more commons than rares, you can stick them in a gold upgrade to make more rares as well. And potentially have some back luck too. I think Fortnite is one of the greatest free-to-play games ever. They innovated so well. You could say there's certain seasons where it fell off or wasn't as popular. You had people's favorite seasons, but the mainstream popularity it gave gaming alone, I think Fortnite completely changed the gaming space. And on top of that, makes it, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, free-to-play game ever. They thrived in kind of the period of creativity with like the creative that people can now like make any game they want. Now, this is like, what, 5-6 years after Prime Fortnite? Back then when it was initially just the zombie mode and then they had the free-to-play Battle Royale, it was the perfect moment of like Battle Royale wave. Different, innovative, streamer popularity, mainstream success, rise of social media, COVID, TikTok. Like every factor they kind of hit. Celebrities playing with each other. Fortnite started the downfall of COD. Well, I think Fortnite, what COD's kind of response to Fortnite is what EA's response every single year is. They just assume their customer base is going to continue buying the game, and they find no really new ways to try to make their game better. And if anything, by them attempting to potentially make something better, if they do try, it ends up making it worse. And like Call of Duty's stuck in this cycle now, and as much as I love Call of Duty, specifically Treyarch, this is something that we're going to have to talk about after Black Ops 6, is I'm excited because it's a Black Ops game, it's Black Ops 6. I'm excited because it's made by Treyarch. I'm not excited just because it's Call of Duty. There's a reason I'm excited. That's not going to get me to want to play their next game. And if Black Ops 6 is going to try to sell me on the next Modern Warfare, I'm not convinced. I need COD to get me back into playing COD. And there's so many other games I'd rather play than it. Fortnite's trash anyways. Whether you think Fortnite is trash or not, most of the world would disagree with you. I honestly think, too, there's a lot of games that are quote-unquote trash that perform really well. EAFC is a trash game that I absolutely am addicted to, spend money on each year, and spend infinitely more worth of my time in the game. It's a horrible game, in my opinion. I still play it. People who say, like, oh, the next season of Fortnite, it's trash, played it themselves, so they're actively on the game, trying to figure out whether or not they like it. Peak Fortnite was top 3. When would you consider Fortnite peak? What was like... Because there was definitely like huge rises at times. What was like peak Fortnite? Dude, even like the world events that they do for like the end of the seasons, like a new thing starting, you'd have like hundreds of thousands of people in a live stream hours in advance waiting for the new event to be displayed. Crazy stuff. I can and I did. Bet. Season 1 to 6, Chapter 1, 100%. Agree with that, but still grind. Yeah, I think that's true with most video games, and I think people are fine with that. If you pulled, outside of just like children, if you pulled most like people who are over the age of 18, I think most people either use video games as an escape in some way, or it's their way of just kind of relaxing after maybe a long day of work. I feel like those two are like the general things outside of you being like a child. That's just what you're doing. So most people are going to still play this game even if it's not the most fun in the world, if they kind of get that relaxation until they step into Foot Champs and get absolutely destroyed by a dude going end line with Mbappe and then cutting it back in and then celebrating, shushing, and then pausing after every single goal. Whatever happened to Paz? I think Paz fell into the same group. It was, some would consider it a good game, but it wasn't good enough to take people away from EAFC. Feel like the 82 PPs aren't as good as they were last week. I feel like it's hit and miss depending on your account. I've gone so many walkouts so far, but I haven't packed anything insanely huge yet. I'm waiting on just a large PP. Nothing would make me more excited than just a large PP. Right now. Give it to me, EA. Chapter 1 season 1 because 8 get free season pass. Like the aspects of the grind in this game, but the gameplay online is awful. And that's like, I think the issue that EA has to figure out is with their active players, how many are actively playing the game versus actively grinding the menus. Because if they count me as an active user, sure, I'm an active user, but how actively am I doing things outside of the little things they give us on the menus to do over and over? Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed gameplay recently. I played Foot Champs for the first time in forever the other weekend. I still rage and have those moments where it's like, this sucks. But, like, I feel like the reason I'm enjoying it is because I'm now playing with all these players I've packed. Is Crespo's icon worth grinding? If you love Crespo and you want him. Yeah. Treyarch Black Ops 6 will save COD and be playable until the next Black Ops game. It always is. I only deleted COD last week. Yes and no. So, I think campaign across the board, unless you're someone who just plays video games for the sake of playing every single video game, I feel like most Call of Duty people just do not care about campaign. So you can throw that out right away. You have multiplayer, you have zombies, and you have Warzone. You have people who play Warzone will never touch a multiplayer zombies in their life. They'll just continue playing Warzone every single year. That's part of the COD community. You have the pro, I put in quotation marks, pro players that they'll hop into like lobbies and play multiplayer, but they're mainly playing ranked. They're in their own world. They'll play the game like crazy and grind it, but you won't really see them ever. Then you'll have like your average player, multiplayer, gets off of work, comes home, has their mic, you're listening to them in an open lobby, play with them for a few games, then it kicks you and puts you in a harder match because you've been doing well. You'll have that group of people, and then you'll have, kind of like me, the diehard zombies people who then will also play multiplayer as well. So you have like all these different camps that people enjoy a Call of Duty through, and what Treyarch makes so good about Call of Duty, in my opinion, is whenever you're sick of multiplayer, you don't just get off the COD for the day. A lot of people will go from multiplayer to zombies, or from zombies to Warzone. You can kind of essentially play 3 different games under the title of a single game, which for Modern Warfare games, you can't do as much. You still have the Warzone, but I feel like that's kind of too close. Also for like grinding, I love grinding zombies, both for the sake of grinding zombies, doing high rounds, but leveling up, working on my weapons. That's a fun way to do it too. Oh, I'll say this though. Black Ops campaigns are so much more entertaining, especially if you're listening along to the story and not just like playing it to play it. Like the history in them, what's real, what's not real, kind of that line, that Black Ops, what's redacted, what are these missions, how closely could this tie into real life events. The older I get, the more I would enjoy that, but the only time I would play it is if it's released before the game's released. Like you said, we get COD a week early if we pre-order the Vault Edition. I would hope whenever Multiplayer and Zombies gets released with that, I would hope they give us the campaign like a few days early. That would be the only way I play it. Does 91 to 95 team season fodder go into exchanges? If you have no other place to put it and you need fodder, then yeah. If you're not desperate to submit it yet, I would hold on to it. There might be an SBC you want to do. that you don't have the craziest fodder in the world, but you have maybe a lot of 84s and 85s. You chuck one or two of those high-end team of season ratings, you could easily get an SBC done without having to spend money. So yeah, it's really up to you. Yours are here, man. Who's winning it? Scotland. I want a large peepee. That's what she said. True. Yeah, the 84s are a big rip-off. Correct me if I'm wrong. The last time we had... was it an 84 plus player pick? Was it an 83 plus player pick? We had something where it was just two teams. One of them a gold team with one rare. The other one a gold team with two rares. That was much better value than whatever this ripoff is. Zombies and multiplayer, if they both have different procedures, that's a lot of playtime right there. So, I don't know about Black Ops 4. Black Ops Cold War, it's together. Because I've been grinding that right now. Right? I think it's together. I've been playing all zombies, so maybe it's not. But I've been grinding zombies like absolutely crazy. But Black Ops 3, it was separate. And I was max prestige and max level on multiplayer. And I'm max prestige level 800 plus on zombies. And I would be max on both for Black Ops 6. I would grind it like absolutely crazy. Alright, I got another 25-ish minutes until I gotta head out, boys, for my Bible study. But I'm at a point where I'm just truly excited that we have the time of the year right now where you can enjoy summer. Club football's off, which is frustrating, but we have a lot of international football. We have the Olympics coming, which football teams will send usually their younger kids to play in. But you have all the other sports to watch too. Like, summers like this and the World Cup a few years ago are really nice because it makes the waiting time for Club World Cup or club football a lot quicker. Doesn't seem like you're waiting as long. That will take us into August. You'll have transfer rumors throughout the summer, so there's always something to look forward to there. And then we get to September time, and we got FIFA, or EAFC technically. So there's something always around the corner for the foreseeable future, which makes me excited. The worst time is when nothing exciting feels like it's coming out. You're just in a perpetual state of waiting. That's very frustrating. And boring. Nothing's worse than that. Yeah, I saw that post. It was like a picture of a paper that had 28th the 3rd. And it's for all systems too. They're not doing the exclusivity for some weekends or sometimes. It's everyone gets to play at the same time for the same amount of time, it looks like. Club Ajax has to play 3 playoff rounds for European football, so they start mid-July again. Nice. All right, Hilaire, we got to send in. Yeah, it is pre-order only, which is honestly amazing. I love when games do that because it makes you put up or shut up for a lot of people. I feel like COD is very much that way. There can be something wrong with COD, the same way with EAFC. But the amount of complaining people will do, and don't get me wrong, if you want to complain, you have every right to complain. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't complain about a video game you're thinking about buying. But the people who will complain and they're not actually even playing it or putting their money where their mouth is are the ones that annoy me the most. They'll just sit there and perpetually complain. And it's like, congratulations, brother. You don't like a game, so you didn't buy a game, yet you talk about it 24/7. What are you hoping to accomplish with this? I don't know. But good luck to you. And you'll see that sometimes when I stream other games. I'll play COD, and someone will be like, bro, why are you playing COD? COD's so trash. It's like, I mean, I've been playing for the past 3.5 hours and I've not been bored for a second, but if you don't want to play it, I guess don't play it. Don't buy it. What do you want me to tell you? Or like, I'll be 5 hours into a menu grind stream on here and someone will be like, bro, how can you still play this game? And it's like, well, you see I have the exchange fodder. I make a PP, put that into another PP, and it gives me tradable packs back, and I open it, and I get stuff, and I don't know, I enjoy it. But, bro, the game's so dead. There's barely anyone playing. I mean, sure, but I'm still playing. What do you want me to do about that? Mumbo, one bucket of your favorite ever fries or end racism? Huh? One bucket of your favorite ever fries or end racism? That's a stupid question. I could just end racism. And then surely there would be more than one shop that would be happy-ended racism. And I'd get free stuff for life for a bunch of different places. Even if you don't care about racism. Let's say you're the most racist person in the world. You would still end racism just for the sake of all the free stuff you get from it. One or the other? I just answered. I would end racism. No one's going to know that you ended racism. Huh? No one is going to know that you... What do you mean nobody... Like, no one's going to know that racism ended, or that you're the one who ended it? Because if you're saying that racism ended in general, how are they going to find that out? A racist person just one day wakes up and they can't say a certain word? Oh, there's no credit. Brother, I'm taking credit. Are you kidding me? I'm taking all the credit. No. If you are talking about something as large as racism, that people will say is still a huge problem to this day, and is talked about constantly in social media, you better believe I'm going to have the clip of me right now saying, oh, bucket of your favorite ever fries or end racism? I'm going to end racism. End clip. Racism is done. I'm posting that to the internet. Nah, man. No credit. No one's ever going to... Bacon, brother. Why are you spending so much time thinking about this? Is this something that you've considered at some point? Are you just some racist that just sat around and said, hey, what would somewhat be appealing to me? You know, I'm super racist, but, you know, a single thing of fries could do it. You know, very tempting. Or end the stream because of that. Wait, hold on a second. You never specified how racism is ended, though. If someone's racist in chat, do they just, like, drop dead or something? Like, yeah, what happens there? All of a sudden, there's just, like, 5 million people dead around the world, just instantly drop? It's like the Death Note. They just have a heart attack at the same time? Like, we gotta talk this through a little bit. Hold on. I don't want to be liable for something. Like, there's a Ku Klux Klan meeting somewhere. All of a sudden, they just all drop. Someone's driving a plane. Flying a plane. Do you drive... You fly a plane, obviously. But you're driving while flying. You're not wrong by saying you're driving, but you're flying. I'm going to be thinking about that tonight. What does it mean to drive? What does it mean to drive? And racism, then go buy some fries. Yeah, there you go. What was your question, James? I have 150k. Is there any way I can get more coins? Yes, James, if you watch the first video in our description, that'll help you out, buddy. Contra, I'm doing fantastic, bud. How are you doing? You guys came into stream at the perfect time. We're discussing first world problems here. Of whether or not you would end racism to receive, what, free fries? Mumbo, if 0 is nothing, how does 0 exist? 0 is nothing, but it's a way to count the amount of goals Marcus Rashford's going to have this season. So, it exists to prove not only its existence, but how crazy of a stat that's going to be. Have you done any of the 84 pluses? I don't even want to look at them. 0 does not exist. Fair point. Say, I just changed your mind right there. That's not funny because he has scored this season. Congrats, he scored this season. He's not going to score next season. Rashford needs a move. Every time I think it's an icon, man. I get my hopes up for a split second. You're going to train him personally to score at least one goal. You're going to go crazy training. You're going to pick up a trial at some club. They're going to sign you to a pro contract for 1 year. You're going to get your debut against Manchester United. United's already down by like 4 goals. It's 4-0. So they throw you onto the pitch. You see Rashford doing a million step overs, getting to the edge of the box, and you know he's about to whip in a shot that goes to the top of the stands. So you do him a favor and you Brexit tackle him at the top of the box, just slightly in the box, to give him a PK. And then he scores a penalty. Zero represents the amount of trophies Sunderland have won in the past 10 years. Brother, you must be an idiot if you don't think Sunderland won a trophy in the past 10 years. Like, first of all, they won playoffs where they lift off a trophy from League One. But on top of that, have you never heard of the Papa John's Cup? When was the last time your club won a Papa John's trophy? Like, there should be documentaries on how big of a trophy that... Like, United just won the FA Cup. I don't think it's as difficult nor as impressive as it is to win the FA Cup as it is the Papa John's trophy. You won the EFL trophy, that doesn't count. It sounds like you're just jealous, man. That's fine. Norwich hasn't won anything but relegation to the championship. Champions of Pizza, you'll never sing that. True! Have you tried the 84 Plus? No. I don't plan on it. I plan on using my fodder for good. Specvario for the third time. This one is tradable. Should I hold? What's his price? I don't know the prices of anything. In theory, if he's not fodder, even if he gets upgraded, he might go down in price. Because I don't know how much upgrade does to his stats versus like how many people are holding on to him or investing now thinking that he's going to go up. Live cards are crazy like that, man. But if you packed him tradable, it's going to be profit no matter what. So let's say he goes down 50K and you waited a week or two. If you want to hold and play with him until then, I don't think that hurts you in the slightest. Have you won the Milk Cup? What is the Milk Cup? I'm actually kind of jealous, yeah. I would want to win that if that's an actual thing. Ever finished second in the Prem? What a flex, dude. Flexing not winning the league. I'd hold and sell during the hype, but when is the hype? Is it like during the game when they get a win, if they score a goal? Is this season not last season now? Shiny, are you referencing me stating that Rashford's not going to score this season? Is that what you're on about? If a season is currently over and the next season is on its way, this season would refer to this upcoming season. Beans on toast? I haven't had beans on toast in about a few months. Long past due, though. I need to get some more beans on toast. Remember when I did the, What were all the things I got? I did beans on toast, the Cadbury chocolates, the Prime energy drink, and, the Prime, hydration. They misses the PK. Shiny Hunter, are you like 5 minutes delayed, mate, in the stream? I think you might be delayed. Do you know if the XP glitch is real or not? I don't even know what XP glitch you're referring to, buddy. Novo Norwich beat Sunderland to win the Milk Cup in 1985. Google it. I don't want to search anything Norwich related in my tab. The Milk Cup. Please tell me the reward for winning the Milk Cup is they like douse your whole team in milk as you lift the trophy. And they have like a cow in front of you that you get to milk. Please make it like a punishment to win that cup. I said 4 of the 84 player picks and got 4 84s. That shit's so ass. Well, if you look at it that way, it's booty cheeks. But let me tell you this, Wall Street. You're going to take that 84 that you just got, and you are now one player into the 11 players that you need to do one of the teams for your next 1 of 4 84 plus, which is going to give you 4 84s. So think about it this way. You are less than 10%, probably less than 5% if you include both teams, into making your next 84. So is it a waste? You tell me, man. Sounds like you're almost on your way to a huge pack pull. You say that, but there's an energy drink trophy. I wonder what the craziest and wildest trophy has ever been in any of the leagues around the world. There has to be some crazy name or some crazy trophy somewhere. Like, before World War II, do you think there's some, like, Nazi trophy in some division in Germany somewhere or something? Surely, right? To be fair, in World War II, they played a match of football on the battlefield. I can't remember if this is true or not. Whether this is true or false, the thought of it would be insane to begin with. It was either a South American prison or a prison in Africa where they had two teams play football, and every time that a team scored, one of the guards would shoot a player on the team that just conceded until a team was out of players. If that was not made up and that was actually true, that is insane. The Indian League, Ox Cup, was around forever. Dude, watching the Indian Super League during peak COVID was some of the most fun I think I've ever had of watching football. Watching Mumbai City absolutely dominate was a beautiful thing. At like 5 in the morning. Any idea of what to invest in with 300K? I would say your future. You could look at some index funds, maybe a solid ETF that has a lot of the top stocks on the market, something that historically has beaten inflation. If you find maybe a house that's undervalued that you think with some improvements you could potentially sell for profit right away, or just have continue gaining value over the course of time, that's something you could look at. Or you could spend 300K on FIFA points. Either way. And on the off chance you meant you had 300K coins and you want to know what to invest in EAFC with it, I would say, sir, we don't invest over here, we gamble. Put that into fodder right now or a promo pack. Send a prayer to God and open it, baby. Rip it. Rip it! I'll tell you what, we ripped 2 of those 650K packs, and we are less than 300K away from breaking even. Just with what we got from those packs. Why would you invest in an index fund? Though, if you could literally compile your own index fund full of stocks that would actually pay you in dividends as well. You do realize there's funds that are funds of dividend paying stocks that will then also pay you a dividend as well. Buy low, sell high. You mean buy high, sell low? That's the Ferland-Mendy method. Yeah, but you mentioned the S&P 500, and the S&P doesn't pay a dividend. If you invest in something like an ETF that has a lot of the top stocks in the S&P 500, such as VOO, that does pay you a dividend. That's what I'm referring to. Got any properties? I'm currently living. There's a lot of locations. I'd have to check demographics to see all the different countries, but currently have some investment opportunities where I'm currently living rent-free in a ton of different people's heads around the world, including your own. Because I've done the calculations, and it takes about 1.4 million on average to return 100,000 annually. So if you wanted to retire with $250,000, if you have about 3.5 in net, that's my goal and plan. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to figure out, are you trying to sell us a course now or something? Or, I just saw your name too, Wall Street Jack. Was this whole time you've been in stream enjoying Ultimate Team to get to the point where you're going to sell us something? Because this is the most random way to bring up the stock market and then to bring up your investments. When literally nobody's asked. 0 people have asked. I mean, good for you, bud. I hope you retire with all the money in the world, but I'm just more curious than anything now. Because, like, I think that way too. Like, I'll have the most random thought process, or like I have finances on my mind and want to talk about it, but in a stream where I'm literally gambling my virtual players, I don't think most people are expecting that. Yeah, I think investing into sports betting, hear me out. Sports betting ETFs, okay? So instead of you betting and losing your money on bets that you think are going to hit in sports betting, what you're going to do is you're going to invest, aka give money to 5 to 10 of the world's best sports bettors. And whether they make money or lose money, you essentially get rewarded off of how well they do. We are 100% doing that. I'm starting that up. Hold on. Let me get someone on the phone. No, I'm not trying to sell a course. I'm just saying that it really makes sense. Like if you want to kind of retire and just live off dividend income to that level, because quarter, well, you. Okay. I've been investing 3% since I was 22 and will retire with 2.3 million minimum. Stick with Vanguard and just put in a regular amount. Bang. It's better than the trans swimmers. You never lose. There was a dude who said he sports bet on only the WNBA. And what he would do is he'd run reports on all the WNBA teams who currently had players injured. And he'd check the injury list for things that sounded like someone was on their period. And then he would assume that if someone was on their period, their team would be going through the cycle together. So he would bet against teams that were mainly on their period. And he had a super high success rate with that. There's actually a mathematical way of making more money from betting. It's called sure bets, when different bookies have odds that go into your favor. I mean, we're kind of, in a way, betting, trading, trying to make money on this game, which is virtual coins. And inevitably, this year's going to end, and we're going to have these coins either disappear or just stay on our account not getting use. So, if you guys want to check out u7buy.com, get yourself, I don't even know what the conversion rate is. What? Wait, hold on. Pause. I know it like dips later in the year because coins aren't as valuable. What is the actual conversion rate on most of these sites for the amount of coins you give them, the amount of money you get? Most gamblers quit before hitting it big. Look at that, boys. Imagine the meme of me just mining there. I was going to end before I hit that one. But I knew if I did one more, it'd pay off. And if I didn't hit there, I knew the next one would. And if that one didn't, the next one would. It's ridiculously low. But like, how low? It's around 35 euros to get 1 mil. Okay, so I could essentially have around 100 euros if I sold all my coins. And to be fair, if you're a kid, that buys you the next few games. But if you're over the age of like 18 and you work any sort of job, it's probably not worth losing your account over that. I hit 750 can steak one time, but by the end of the night, I only ended up with 280. And then the other time, I turned 980 bucks into 56 grand in like 30 minutes. That's really only 2 good gambling stories I've got. Other than that, it's lost a ton of money. There's no chance they'll give you 35 euros for a mil. What I don't understand with any of those numbers is the people that, like, I'm just curious who's buying, especially this late in the game cycle, but in general, who's the one buying coins mainly? Like, what are they doing? Like, I wish there's live streams of you could see, like, the second someone purchased the coins, what the coins go towards. Like, I'm really curious. Like, I know there's some poor soul out there who just has a crippling FIFA point gambling addiction. And he's just buying store pack after store pack. He's like, you know what? I notice it's like 7% cheaper if I just buy from these coin sites. And so he buys from these coin sites just so he can open fractionally like 10% more of a pack over the course of time. And then by the time he opens his 10th extra pack, he finally hits something big, puts in his team just to go 0-20 in Weekend League, and then his account gets banned for coin selling or coin buying, and then he loses access to it all and starts over again. That's, I assume, what it's like. Like, I was talking to a guy. Hold on. I'm not going to expose him. I'm just going to read the message out loud. So I'm not telling you who this is. He's a person in this community. We were walking him through our menu grind method because he either didn't want to watch the video or he was waiting for us to go live on stream, which we had yesterday off, so we weren't live. He's like, yo, can I ask you something? I'm like, what's up? He said, I need help. I've been watching your streams recently, but I have been trying to do Team of the Week PP coin grind. That one. But as I watch, I realize, how do you get so many 78 times 3s and so many 87 exchanges? And how do you grind, by the way? And he's like going through everything. I'm like, hey, I'm not live today, but like I gave him the general grind. And he said what he's been doing is he's been putting his 91s, his 90s, and 89s into the 89 exchange. And then all the 88s, 87s, and 86s into those exchanges. Is getting a lot of duplicates from his 81 PP that go into the 83 PP. But the only thing is, he's not getting like his fodder necessarily back. So I asked him like, okay, how many Team of the Week player picks are you making? Because he's realistically, if he's going down in fodder, he's going up in liquid coins if he's opening those tradable packs. And so like I'm trying to explain that to him. He's like, so I started a bit yesterday, but I've done a lot today. Then I started getting F'd by my fodder, and I made about 200K. So it sounds like if he made 200K, he either hit something along the way that was worth it, so it makes it sound like he knows what he's doing, or quick sell value, he's made a lot of packs. So I'm like, okay, GG. This dude's doing the method well. I don't understand what's not working for him. So I mentioned, I'm like, okay, so if you made 200K profit and you want to reinvest those coins into more fodder, you see that it's working now, so it's less of a risk. You still might lose coins, but only a certain percentage of those. That's not including something that you could potentially hit along the way and sell for huge money, i.e. my Giroud I was explaining to him. And then he said, the only bad thing is I'm transfer banned. I'm like, wait, are you SBC banned? Like you're soft banned, you can't make an SBC? Or are you actually like transfer banned as in you can't list the card? And so he proceeds to tell me he's on PC. He's transfer banned. He can't sell anything. And there's nothing I can do to help him anymore. Like, what is he going to do? He's going to hit some crazy thing tradable. He can only quick sell it. Like, he hits an R9. What is he going to do with an R9? He can't do anything, man. Like, I actually feel bad for him. And then on PC, you can't just make another account like you can on PlayStation. He has to buy, I think, a whole new game. So, yeah, if you need another reason why to not play PC, if EA ever bans you for some reason, you can't just make a new account. You got to buy a new account. Oh, there's definitely a reason why he's transfer banned. And he made sure he told me the reason. Blake, I'm going to have you guess because I feel like you would know. What do you think was done to get his account banned, if you had to take a guess? Or what do you think the response to me asking, like, you're transfer banned? What do you think the response is? Remember, you don't know this guy. Selling, buying coins? Okay, that's logical. Do we think it's logical response we're going to get back, though, or do we think there's going to be an excuse somewhere? Snipebot? These are good guesses, but you guys are technically incorrect. Where is it? The only bad thing is I'm transfer banned. SVC software, or you're actually transfer banned as in EA removed your ability to list and sell cards? Yes, transfer banned. And it wasn't even me that done it. So, whatever got him transfer banned, it wasn't him that's done it. I don't know if he has a friend who played on his account, if his sister logged into it. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't his fault. Weekend League services or sniping bots, or that someone hacked his account. Transferring coins to his friend. All those are good guesses. His friend transferred him 10K. In other FIFAs, I was transfer banned for a week, so after trading bronze cards with a friend of mine. Dude, I miss when trades were actually a thing. Like, especially now that we have exchanges. Imagine how cool would it be if I had another buddy, like let's say SAFC Jacob. Let's say he does a Sunderland Evo, and I do a Sunderland Evo. But he wants to start a new Sunderland Evo on a player that he already has, but he has to get rid of his old one in order for him to do so. He should be able to reach out to me and be like, hey, have you done this Evo player? Or what Evo is yours currently at? I'll give you mine, and we could do a trade. That'd be sick, man. That was pretty BS by EA back then. His sister started transferring his coins to her account. You know what? I think I put 2 and 2 together. Blake, his sister is the 0.0001% of our female demographic for watch time. What are the odds his sister clicked on the stream, saw us doing a menu grind, saw the exclamation mark OnlyFans link put in chat, heard me talk about the OnlyFans, clicked on the OnlyFans link, signed up, learned about making coins. Lib method was making her too much. She wanted even more though. She got a little bit too risky. Went to go sell coins and got her brother's account banned. I mean, that's the most logical. That makes sense to me. They're not going to bring trading into this game because they had it in Madden Ultimate Team and they dealt with a bunch of little kids complaining and calling because they get scammed. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be the risk in that, but at what point do we... What's the proper way to say it? This game's E for everybody, but if you're stupid, we should allow stupid people to be stupid. Like, stupid people shouldn't be banned. They should be allowed to play so I can get wins in Weekend League qualifying because they'll never make Weekend League. But ultimately, we shouldn't be taking away features of the game because people are stupid with how they engage with it. Like, if you try to scam someone off of it and they fall for it, I'm not encouraging people to do it, but at what point are we like, okay, what else are they going to remove in the game? Like, are they going to ever remove exchanges in the game because someone put their exchanges into the squad building section because they thought it was like their starting lineup for their team when they submitted it? And they're confused why their starting lineup only had room for one player on the pitch? I don't know. Or like, maybe someone put their whole team into gold upgrade. Like, how many times have you seen people do that where it's like they'll see a YouTuber quit the game and instead of quick selling their team, they'll put like their full team of the year team into a gold upgrade and be like, I'm done with this game. And then they click, do you want to submit this? And they do yes, yes. And then them watching the streamer do that, they try to do that with their team themselves. Show their buddy at the sleepover, oh, look, I put my whole team in a gold upgrade. Buddy takes the controller when little dude's taking a piss because he had too many Mountain Dews. And then his whole team is gone. Meanwhile, he's crying. He's hysterical. Dad walks in after a long day of work, thinks his son got executed or something. Comes running down trying to figure out what happened. Figures out it was something EA related. So his dad, trying to be a good father, says, hey, I believe my son. His friend did this. Sounds like a bad friend. We're never having him over again. He was a Newcastle supporter in the first place. Should have never been allowed in the house anyways. Let me get on the phone with customer support with EA. This will be a quick process and we'll get your stuff back. Then that poor dad, after the long day of work, dealing with his work issues, family issues, has to wait an hour to get a response from EA support just for them to be shipped overseas to Indian customer support with someone who's never played the game before, has no idea what Ultimate Team is, has no idea even any of like the cards or their functions in the game. It will just read from a script because they were the lowest price that someone could pay in terms of getting someone a job at EA. Instead of EA hiring someone local, they just ship the job overseas somewhere to someone who's not even qualified to do it. Remember when our account had the 2 players, Dennis and Gallagher, stuck on our transfer list for like 6 months? It was every single day we'd bid on silver cards for League SBCs, and we would invest in a bunch of different silver players from like the Prem, La Liga, all these different teams, and we would sit here. I wonder if they're still in the teams or if they're still silvers. We had Dennis and Gallagher. We'd bid on them. We'd store them in our club, and then the duplicates we'd list. But we got some stuck in our transfer list where it says we won the bid, but we couldn't take them off to sell them. We couldn't quick sell them. It didn't say we lost the bid. It was just glitched on there. And trying to explain that to someone in India who's never played the game was the most frustrating experience in the world. It's like, hey, I have this issue. They're like, yeah, let me try to help you out with it. Okay, so I bid on a player. It says I won the player, but it's not letting me move the player. And they're like, okay, well, if you won a player, you should be able to put them in your club. Yes. If I won the player, in theory, I should be able to put them in my club. But it's not letting me. Here's a screenshot of it. Here's video evidence of it. What can I do? Have you tried removing the player from your transfer list? Yes, the player will not be removed. That's the issue. Okay, well, if you can't remove the player, that means you haven't won the player. But what if it shows that I won the player? What if it shows this little logo saying that I won the player? That logo means you've won the player. You should be able to remove them and put them in your squad or send them to your club. But if it doesn't let me do it, what can I do? And it was that for 45 minutes. Brother, I do not wish that on my worst enemy. You know what ended up happening? Randomly, it took 6 months of that happening. Randomly on like a Thursday evening, like when I'm about to go to bed, I'm bidding on more cards, and then randomly they get moved off my list. And I have them now. So I don't know what happened, but they eventually came off. You know what we should do? Wait, hold on. Would it be fun stream content if we just, whether as like a troll or genuine curiosity, called EA support to try to get their help with something? And we could have like different things we call for. Like maybe one of them is like Ultimate Team related, where it's like I lost a player or something like that, where it's like no advantage for EA. But if I said something along the lines of like, it's not allowing me to buy FIFA points, and I'm trying to spend like $100 on FIFA points, would they like instantly have us be able to be helped? They send us to like high priority. They're like, sir, just give us your card information. We'll make sure that purchase goes through. And then you have the FIFA points in your account. They'll drop like everything. They'll apologize for the inconvenience, send me bonus FIFA points. Or, knowing EA, they wouldn't send me bonus FIFA points. They'd give me a discount for the next time I buy FIFA points. Brother. Oh, that would be fun. That would be so fun. I don't know how much the support care about EA making money. They care about themselves making money. They are probably surprised they got the job to begin with if they knew nothing about the game. But it's like one of those crappy things where it's like you are frustrated with the person you're dealing with, but you also understand that you're mad at EA and not necessarily them, but they're representing EA, and there's no other place you can go besides these people. So you feel like it's just a weird place of trying to deal with your emotions for a very simplistic answer to your problems that they just will refuse to do. Yeah, I went way over. I need to head out. I will see you guys 4 hours after new content. We'll have about a 2-hour stream. Take it easy, boys. God bless. Have a good night.